421 coming up on 422 on your Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak. Here's the latest on Hurricane Idalia. As the 4 a.m. advisory came in 20 minutes ago, we are still seeing this as a major hurricane. 125-mile-per-hour winds within this storm, with the pressure continuing to drop. The good thing is that this storm is now picking up speed, moving north-northeast at 17 miles per hour, and it's within 100 miles of its landfall location, Big Bend region of Florida, just east of Apalachicola. We are watching this closely, as once it moves onshore, it will begin to weaken, but it's still forecast to strengthen into a Category 4 hurricane with 5 more mile-per-hour wind speeds in that storm before landfall, and that's going to be on the low end. This storm continues to get organized. A 130-mile-per-hour storm is a Category 4, and the National Hurricane Center is forecasting this to become a Category 4 at landfall. Currently seeing this storm on Wink Doppler 3X, seeing all that lightning, which means that the storm continues to intensify. A lot of upward motion, friction within the core of this storm is what's producing that lightning, and it's also what is leading to this rapid strengthening. Currently seeing not one, but also 2 tornado warnings currently active. One in Hardee County, just towards the north of DeSoto County, and then one on the eastern side of Orlando. Those are going to continue to move off towards the northeast, and that's something that we have to watch, as our area is under a tornado watch until 6 a.m. this morning. This includes Lee County, Charlotte County, DeSoto County, Highlands County. There's Hardee County, and there's that tornado warning that's currently active, with that storm moving off to the north-northeast. Now, we're watching all these cells every single second in terms of our velocity. We have our team of meteorologists here, and right now we are not seeing any spinning cells in our direct viewing area, and that is good news for us locally. What we are seeing is a lot of heavy rain. This fast-moving band of rain now pushing just north of Bayshore Road, heading just east of I-75 now. That will continue moving into central and eastern Charlotte County. For all of those of you living just in eastern DeSoto County towards Lake Placid, keep this in mind, especially in Lake Placid, as more of this rain and storm activity heading towards your area. More showers and storms firing across the Lee County barrier islands, Sanibel, Captiva. I'm talking to you. When those showers move overhead, the winds really pick up fast, and then once the showers come to an end, we really see that the winds die down a little bit. Because of all this rain, the flood advisory in effect through the morning hours up until at least 6 a.m. through western Lee County, Charlotte County, DeSoto County, as this is some heavy rain producing some road flooding out there. If you are heading into work this morning and you have to work this morning, just keep it slow. And you want to drive with some caution, because there's going to be some debris in the road, some palm fronds. I saw some of those coming in early this morning, but also some ponding in the roadways. Hydroplaning, you don't want to deal with that this morning as well. Here's a look at how much rain we've seen over the last 24 hours, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches for many locations. Burnt Store Marina, Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, North Fort Myers, Northport, Arcadia, Port Charlotte, St. James City. I mean, a lot of us have seen that 1 to 3 total rainfall that we've been forecasting, and that's coming pretty much true. The gusts, pretty strong. Look at downtown Punta Gorda, 59 miles per hour reported. Punta Gorda at the airport, 58 miles per hour, and those gusts continue to remain the same. Again, here's the storm wrapping up, getting stronger, heading into what's going to be a Category 4 at landfall time just east of Apalachicola. The biggest thing for them, especially Cedar Key, is going to be, unfortunately, this surge. And the National Hurricane Center is saying, based on the current strengthening trend, significant strengthening is likely up into landfall. So this is something that we're watching very closely for our friends to the north. When it makes landfall, looks to be the strongest hurricane to make landfall in the Florida Big Bend in recent history. I mean, the last storm that didn't even come close was the 1896 hurricane with 125 miles per hour. Storm surge going to be extremely life-threatening, especially in Cedar Key. 12 to 16 feet of storm surge. Still seeing some minimal flooding for us, but most of that's going to come with high tide later on this afternoon. If Cedar Key gets that storm surge, check this out. If you're not looking at your TV screen, Matt put this graphic together late last night, early this morning, and it shows that the amount of water that comes in will completely cover Cedar Key. And that's something that we have to watch for. And unfortunately, we hear of people who are going to be just staying there through this entirety of the storm. And we just hope that we're with them overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning as that surge comes through. For us locally, we are watching the flooding situation in downtown Fort Myers. Minor flooding now on the Caloosahatchee as we are seeing some water begin to rise. And we're watching that again. When it gets into minor flood stage, we could see some locations. The Wink parking lot first thing to flood. We usually see that. We saw that during Hurricane Irma, but then we also see First Street right by the US 41 Business Bridge, the Edison Bridges. That's where we see some flooding there as well. You can see the water currently coming up near our billboard right on Palm Beach, and that's going to be all in the backyard of Wink, and we may see that move into Palm Beach. We're watching this pretty closely. Meteorologists